Now, to me, there's just something a little special about owning a motorcycle that you've had since the day it was brand new and nobody else has ever had it or abused it or whatever. And that's the case with my R1. I am very happy to be the only owner of the bike. 2009, I bought two brand new bikes, and this is one of them. You could share this ride with us in full 4K. Just adjust your device accordingly. Well, we are looking at just one more heavenly day. This spring has been nothing but it rains one day, a couple of days of nice weather, it rains, back and forth. Today looks like a no rain, beautiful day to get a great ride. Now, and because I've had the bike since it was brand new, I have tended to over-maintain it, over-wax it, over-check things. I don't know if that's a bad thing, but I do enjoy riding a nice clean motorcycle. I always have, I probably always will. And the price, it takes a few minutes before you head out on the open road. In this case, it's something I always do as part of pre-flighting the bike. I like to check the air in the tires. I always encourage other people to do this, especially during changing weather when the temperature here can swing 20, 30 degrees in from day to day. And always a good check. And while you're there, you can kind of look at, is anything loose on the bike? And see, oh, wow, it looks like something's falling off, especially if it's an older bike. New bikes, not so much. I always feed the fish, feed the birds. Right now we have other issues in the family. We have a groundhog. We're going to try to catch him in the next couple of days. But he's eating some of Karen's plants out in the backyard. So, and the fish are always happy to see me go. They know they get fed just before I go. They get fed when I get back. And another little benefit that I always have in the morning, when I have my final cup of coffee out on the deck here, Karen will always check her weather, the local weather anyway in our area. And today looks like it's going to be heaven on earth. Now, looking back at 2009, I did buy two new bikes from Motorcycle Mall, this bike and the 650. And I was raring to go. I took this bike home in a snowstorm, and I just couldn't be happier. I was just really thrilled to have this bike in my collection brand new. And back in this day, looking back, Josh Hayes was winning superbike races on this bike. And I just went down to the track at Millville, saw Josh Hayes do his thing. And I was so impressed. I just had to make those headlight covers. And they were not available from anybody, anywhere, at any price. And the other myriad of little details I wanted to detail a bike over the years. It took many years, as it always does, to make the bike my own. I eventually got rid of the clip-ons, converted it to handlebars, and 10 years later, they came out with the MT-10. And I remember reading the magazines of the day. They were ranting and raving about the cross-plane and about all the features this bike had. And every one of the magazines just casually mentioned in small print that the bike did not have traction control. I didn't care. I wanted one for my collection. And along came 2010, and they finally put traction control and some other unique features. But this bike, I think in 2009 was really pretty much state-of-the-art for superbikes. A lot of the magazines that had comparisons between all the superbikes of the day liked the Yamaha the best. And almost everyone would rant and rave about the cross-plane engine, about the low-end torque, about that variable throttle, ride-by-wire throttle. There were so many things about this bike that were unique in 2009. Right now, all the bikes have these features. time I add any bike to my collection, new, old, used, it doesn't matter. The first order of business is to clean it all up, compound everything out, polish up the exhaust, paint whatever parts need to be painting, and then start on the custom little touches that make a bike your own. Now, some people buy a bike and the first thing they do is they put a loud muffler on it and other various things now. And I fell for that years ago. We were riding in Harriman Park. I made a set of carbon fiber exhausts that were pretty much straight through and loud and racy sounding. And it lasted 6 or 7 years and it got old. And I put the stock exhaust on with the carbon fiber covers I made. There's a lot of little stuff that I made, my own tail tidy, carbon fiber, of course. Painted the wheels, that's on our channel. A labor of love painting those wheels, believe me. I had made several other optional rear pillions for the seat. And one of the things I added over the years that was really worth every penny, the Valentine radar detector. Absolutely, that changed. It changes the way you enjoy riding a bike. You don't have the anxiety you have always looking out for law enforcement. And right now, with the stock exhaust and a set of reasonable handlebars for an upright riding position, this bike is just absolutely fun to ride. In the area that I ride, out in the Picatinny Arsenal area, and I never, ever get sick of listening to the sound of that exhaust. And over the 15 years that I've owned the bike and just around 37,000 miles, the bike has just grown on me. It's gotten better and better, more and more fun to ride. It's hard to explain to somebody that's never ridden a crossplane. And over the years, I've experimented with every suspension setting, raising and lowering the forks, and every possible thing to make the bike really suit me to a T. It's taken a lot of time, but it's well worth it. Now, I have an FZR 1000 in my collection. It's an even firing 4-cylinder, roughly similar to this, except my personal preferences, I like the way this bike takes the throttle down low, and the power delivery, I like it a lot better. And every ride on the R1 seems to end a little bit too soon, but at least we've had a comfortable seat, comfortable handlebars, 35 miles a gallon. Oh, I feel great about just getting back to the farm now, feeding the fish, having another cup of coffee. We took advantage of some absolutely beautiful weather. It probably got almost to 70 degrees. There's not a cloud in the sky, no chance of rain. And of course, always, one of the most entertaining things you can do is get onto the old R1 and... So if you are new to our channel and you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. We also cover riding in all different seasons that are as appropriate as we can. We like to do graphic and paint work from time to time. Usually it's in the winter. We hang out with our friends, try to get their bikes on the videos too. We love to do evil twins. Anybody that knows what an evil twin is will enjoy the channel. We do carbon fiber repairs, some of the things that you will not find anywhere else on the internet. General maintenance on motorcycles. And we try to get a video out almost every day. Sometimes they're about our model railroad or our experience with model airplanes or with antique bikes, or with the first superbike, the GS 1100E. But in the end, of course, it's about having fun with whatever motorcycle you ride, and we do enjoy every type of bike. That's the problem. Life is too short. And I love every one of the bikes in my humble collection, and probably some of the bikes in your collection I'm jealous of. And of course, the one Karen got me for my birthday, my beloved MT-09. And thanks for supporting the channel, and thanks so much for watching.